You see, if you want Sharia law in the north, let it stay in the north. You see, from Ilorin down here to the southwest, we don't need your Sharia law. And if you are a Muslim, you want Sharia law, that's your own problem. Go to the north or wherever they are practicing it. You see, here in the southwest, from Ilorin down here, including Kogisef, we don't want Sharia law, not be by force. Because what is this nonsense news? Over 170 people, 170, not one, not two, not 10, 170 people, Fulani terrorists, by them in Ilorin, Kwara State. Excuse me, all because of what? You said these people denied to accept Sharia law, and you finished all of them. Sky News carried this news yesterday morning. And this thing happened on the 3rd. And our news platforms, the major news platforms in Nigeria, decided not to carry this news. They downplayed it like nothing happened. And this happened, and nobody, no army to rescue these people. I'm very sure for them to have fired about 170 people is not an operation that is going to take them, it won't take them at least over 3 hours. To say the least, it will take them over 3 hours because they were going back and forth, asking these people, do you accept Sharia law? And they said no. They fired them. And Nigerian government, all of the governors, including the shameless statements the Kwara State governor made saying 75 people. Excuse me, sir. Even just one person, is that not enough for you people to act? See, at this point, I think it is glaring and it is clear that the government of Nigeria cannot save us. And at this point in time, if the government cannot help us, let us call on the government that can help us. Please tag Donald Trump. Tag Benjamin Netanyahu of Prime Minister of Israel. That we need them on ground in full force. Or else, we will defend ourselves. We will look for arms and ammunition to defend ourselves. Nobody will bring Sharia to someone like me. You will not bring Sharia to my people and fight them. If Fulani cannot stay and cannot stay peaceful anywhere they find themselves, it is high time we start going after them. I'm being in Nigeria. I'm not going to be like, okay, every day, oh, journalists, we have to be, we have to gatekeep. We have to. There are some things that we are not supposed to be broadcast. NTBB. Excuse me, I am not in that space again. I'm not in that space anymore because our life is in danger. If Fulani cannot stay where they are supposed to stay, if they cannot be peaceful with the people in the southwest, then we'll start going after them. We just have to start going after them. The government have proven to be useless. We know. Because even the 2027 election that is coming, imagine Senate rejecting transmission of electronic results. It shows how useless, callous, wicked the Nigerian government is. And we don't even trust the Nigerian army because they are so useless, they are handicapped, they can't do anything. 170 people, over 170 people, is enough for all of us to carry arms and ammunition and defend ourselves.
When I tell people, say, this Fulani government no gets anything to offer Nigeria except to convert everybody to Islam or buy anybody wey no gree convert to Islam. Some people think, say, I don't know wetin I dey talk. You see this Fulani government, their agenda is to dominate the whole Nigeria. And now they don't already dominate Kwara State. They don't start the agenda for Kwara State. And their next target is Oyo State and Ogun State. If they fit capture Oyo State and Ogun State, meaning say they don't capture the whole of Yoruba land. They don't capture the whole of Yoruba land. And I dey tell people, say, make everybody wake up. Some people think, say, I don't know wetin I dey talk. These people are not here to become your friend. These people, they know they get friend. If you are not their member, you are not their friend. They see everybody as infidel. These people, they see everybody as infidel. And their mission on this earth is to make sure, say, they buy everybody who no agree convert to Islam for Allah. That is their mission. These people don't get any other mission. Ask these people, say, what did they get to offer Nigeria? They go tell you, say, they don't have anything except to see everybody as Muslims. They want to see everybody as Muslim. That is the agenda of these Fulani jihadist terrorists. That is their mission. They don't have anything to offer Nigeria. Look at them. They don't, now them full military, now them full government. Okay, what will be the achievement where they don't get for their own state? Look at the North. What will be the achievement where the Fulani government don't achieve for North? They don't have anything. In the Borno state, last year alone, I hear say over how many billion now they don't collect for security. How many billions they don't collect for still yet insecurity, still they chop them, they go. All the whole northern state is eaten by insecurity. Insecurity don't chop them finish. Now they don't shift the attention, they come Kwara state. Kwara state now over 167 people now they buy. Over 167 people now they buy. And now they keep quiet. Everybody they keep quiet. Nigerians, when we go wake up, when we go realize say these people no be our friend. These people are not our friend. They are not here to joke with us. That is why I say you cannot negotiate with somebody that is coming to buy you. Anybody that is coming to buy you cannot negotiate peace with those people. These people don't get any other thing to offer us except to buy us. But you guys are sleeping. You guys are sleeping. It is coming closer. It is coming closer.
When I'm talking about Islamization agenda, you think you know better than me. You think most of us have been shouting and talking and trying to sensitize Nigerians about the Islamization agenda of this Fulani jihadists. You think you know better. And some of you in the West, from the Yoruba land, are so foolish that you think the people from the North, the jihadists, because they call Allah Akbar, you think you are the same. No. So I'm tired of the folly of Nigerians. Our foolishness knows no bound. Your foolishness knows no bound. That's when we should rise up and speak with one, as one, with one voice. You think it's between Christian Muslim, and you play politics, and you play ethnic cards with it. You all are foolish, I'm telling you. You think you know better. Between today is Thursday, between Monday and today, over 300 people have been annihilated, have been unalived in Nigeria, and nobody has done anything reasonable about it. You think you know better. When I tell you of Islamization agenda, you think you know better than me, isn't it? You all are foolish. Fulanis went to Woro village in Kwara state, which most of the people actually are Muslims. But because they have been preaching, they were preaching to them to accept Sharia as a governing law against the Nigerian constitution. Sharia as a governing law against the Nigerian constitution. And the people rejected. And the people said no, they would rather stick to the Nigerian constitution and be governed by the Nigerian constitution instead of Sharia. And even though most of these people are even Muslims, they executed, they did not just unalive them. They tied their hands behind their back in Woro village, tied their hands behind their backs. What you do to criminals, they tied their hands behind their backs and executed them. Over 200 of them. Oh, of course, the media say 170. If media tell you 170, I've always told you, divide that number by 2, they add what on top of it. So there are over 200 and something people that were executed. Because they refused Sharia law. And I told you the other time in my video, when I was explaining the pattern of Islamization, when I was explaining the sequence, the stages of Islamization, number 1 is that they're moving. They're either moving by migration or they're moving by invasion. Number 2, they occupy government positions. And when they begin to occupy government positions, they begin to vow for, different stuff like that. Number 3, they begin to multiply. And when they multiply to a certain number, then number 4, they implement Sharia. And the moment you accept Sharia, then jihad will happen. And Nigeria, presently, 12 states are practicing Sharia. 12 states. And if you think those people carrying these atrocities are carrying those guns at the minute, you are wasting your time, because the people that are backing them up are the 2 people that are up high there. They are religious leaders, the oligarchs in the north, the politicians, most of them in the military that are backing them up. They will not come out, but they are supporting it. They want to turn Nigeria to a Turkey. They want to turn Nigeria to a Lebanon. They want to turn Nigeria to a Jordan. They want to turn Nigeria to an Egypt. And we keep shouting this thing every day. Wow, over 200 people executed like that, and we are going about our businesses as proper people with no consequence whatsoever. You think you know better than me, isn't it? I keep talking of Islamization agenda, but you think I'm foolish. Not knowing that you are the one that is foolish. For the Yoruba people, I warn you again, be careful. See, I've told you before, in that video I told you, I said the Igbo land will be the most difficult. But what they're going to use in the Igbo land is money, because they understand, see, the devil will always tempt you with what you like most. They know the Igbo people like money. And you'll find that their allergies will begin to woo their people, they'll begin to marry their daughters with money, they'll begin to settle their sons with money, and because of that, Islam will enter. But it will take a long time. So what they do is, they start conquering from the north, and then when they spread to the west, because it will be easy to spread into the west than to the southeast. And then from the west now, they'll conquer. Now you see, their activity in Kwara is very, very, it's very evident now. Their activity in Kwara is evident. Their activities in Kwara is effective. Guess where they are going next? No. You think it's Igbo land or it's South? No, they are entering Oyo State. And they're already in the forest of Oyo. Presently, as I'm telling you. Information reach me. They're already in the forest of Oyo. They'll spread to Ogun. And from there, you think you're in Lagos State and you cannot be touched. No. You think you're in Lagos State, you cannot be touched. I tell you, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. You see the speed at which they are moving. It is just a matter of time. It is just a matter of time. I want to tell you, look for how to defend yourself. These people are relentless. These jihadists are relentless. I call on President Tinubu, better do. You see, the re-election thing is just on your mind. The politicians they don't have your time. They don't care about you. Let 500 be killed today. They don't care. They'll go about their campaign. To them, it's about party. To them, it's about party. And we have idiots, useless men in this government that would rather come and, instead of sympathize with the people or provide solution or aggressively attack these people, they would rather come out and banter Peter Obi or banter one party or the other. I'm telling you, if you don't stand and defend yourself and genuinely and vehemently resist Sharia in the West, your situation will be what is happening in the North. You think you know better, isn't it? When we keep shouting, you are playing tribal cards. You think it's because we are against Tinubu, we keep talking. And every time we bring up facts, you turn into tribal cards. You think it's about tribalism. You think it's about, because we are speaking against Tinubu, you are very foolish. You will still come under this street and attack me, but no problem. I want to call on the Nigerian military. As much as I know many of you are compromised, I want to call on the Nigerian government. Do not allow the Fulanis, a minority tribe that is causing mayhem, a minority tribe, an infinitesimal amount of people that can be silenced once. We can't allow them to get dominance, to get ground. I told you of Islamization agenda, you think I'm playing. No problem. If Sharia is not abolished intentionally in Nigeria, I am telling you, 20 years from today, we are not ending this problem. If Sharia is not abolished in Nigeria, 20 years from today, this challenge is not ending. We have become a people that is totally, a people of no relevance. We have become a mockery to the international communities. Look, I'm talking now, they took the lights. For 60-something years, power supply cannot be constant in Nigeria. Causing chaos, causing anarchy in Nigeria. The Islamists, these Fulanis. I've talked about that you should hold Sultan accountable for a lot of this thing. You did not hear me. I've spoken that you should hold Gumi accountable for most of this thing. You did not hear me. No problem. We're here. I want to all keep saying that the church must rise up to begin to defend itself. Because if they can do that to a community that are even with Muslims, simply because they rejected Sharia, how do you think it will be for Christian communities? If we don't rise up and begin to initiate the Crusader program gradually at this time, to begin to raise people, security networks for the church that will defend Christians in the Christian communities. If you think this is ending anytime soon, you are wasting your time. This what we are going to is not ending anytime soon. It's not ending anytime soon until you meet their nonsense, their stupidity with a higher level of violence. Until you meet their violence with a higher level of violence before they run away. They will never stop as much as we keep negotiating. We see about over 100 people that were kidnapped from the church. They are still there. Entering into the church with such audacity and kidnap people, they are still there. If you think this is ending anytime soon, you are wasting your time. If we don't rise and begin to meet their nonsense, their foolishness with a higher level of violence, 20 years from today, 30 years from today, we are not ending this. And I've told you, Nigeria will never be Islamized. We will rather divide. After all, I've said it over and over. This marriage, this entity called Nigeria is a scam. We have been deceiving ourselves for too long. Nobody wants to say it. Even though many of us know it, nobody wants to say it. It's a scam. If we don't rise up, these guys are not relenting. They will continue to labor to ensure that they bring Nigeria to a Turkey or to a Lebanon state, and we will not permit that. We will rather divide. The church must rise up at this time. All those nonsensical compromises are trying to be diplomatic. These people are not diplomatic with you. You are the one that want to be diplomatic. Oh yeah, now. No problem.
Look at this bunch of evil. The former INEC chairman was from which state? North. They did not protest for the INEC chairman to be removed. But because this present INEC chairman, number one, is a Christian. Number two, he's from Middle Belt. He's from Kogi State. They are requesting that the man should be removed right now. They just by some people in Kwara State, they did nothing. They said nothing. Northern governors or northern leaders did not gather to do anything, to say anything. But now they are gathering in their meeting. Look at their clothes. These old fool, evil people. They are gathering to request that Tinubu must remove the INEC chairman. Who are they? One funny thing about this country is that if it doesn't please the North, they will not follow it. Yes. You understand? They only go with what goes with their own. Are they the owner of this country? All of them, as you are seeing them, there might not be any Hausa person among them. They are all Fulanis. They want to decide what Nigeria should be. Where Tinubu will see problem is when he removed the INEC chairman. That is where he will know that it's not the North that have the country. INEC chairman is from Kogi State. This present INEC chairman is from Kogi State. But because it's not from Sokoto or Kano, they are working that it should be removed. Tinubu will never dare to remove that man. It will not work.
When Nnamdi Kanu was warning everybody in this country about the Islamization of this country, that was warning you about the Islamic agenda, they look at as bad person, now go put them for prison. Over 100 people just lost their life in Kwara State as we speak. And the governor of Kwara State, the only thing he have to tell the people is that these people crying because they refuse to be an Islamic person. They refuse to bow to Islamic. This is the Islamic, they say, is a religion of peace. Where is the peace? Is we are using this Muslim ticket. Where the peace? This is a religion of particular concern inside a country of a particular concern, terrorizing the citizens of a particular concern. And now we need to monitor this and make sure that this is a case of particular concern, because people are dying every day in the name of a particular concern religion. Islam is a religion of peace. Where is the peace? No peace.
Hey, when I've been detailed the Yorubas, then they thought that all this thing was just propaganda and many other things, until it now become a reality. Although it is not official that Kwara cannot get themselves out of what they are in today, because their forefathers failed them. Their forefathers were part of those who made all these things that is happening in Kwara today to be, happening. Because if they not allow these people, there's no way these people now can, have access to the place and even dominate the place before even start saying that they will bring a Sharia within today. You know that recently when this issue of Sharia within begin there, this is the same thing that I was thinking about. I said that, hey, this one that this Sharia within and many narrative about Sharia has started in Kwara again. I think they are going to unalive people. That is what I think. And after 3 days, I think of that, how this thing began. We started hearing from different angles that 75 persons or 172 persons were unalive. And when they were unalive, these people, the worst part is this. According to the eyewitness, the eyewitness who was there when all these incidents happened, according to what they says, they say that when they were buying these people, like before they buy one of them, they will ask them if the person will accept Sharia or not. If the person say he will not accept, they will buy the person. And if the person say he will accept, they will leave the person. That is to say, it is now with force now. They are not using force now to do all these things. Although I blame all the military in all these things that just happened recently, because maybe military now, they just have to run away, because that is what most of them are capable of doing. When it comes to running to save their own lives, they don't joke with. Meanwhile, that is what they have signed for. They are signed to be protecting the life and every persons in this nation, but when any issue like that come, they run away. But I don't blame anyone. I blame the Yorubas, because if they start acting, or if they have been acting like Igbos, I think this that is happening there will not have even happened. But they remain quiet, and I don't know. I don't know why they are like that. And all this thing is only affecting their own people. Although it is the Muslim among them now that this thing is not affecting. But what I will tell you, you being, a Christian Yoruba or a Muslim Yoruba, this thing that is coming to the side now, you being a Christian or being a Muslim should not just, keep looking and, keep being dumb or deaf by saying that since you are, Christian Yoruba, it will not come to your own area. Like it happened to the Muslim recently. Allegedly, maybe they may have even planned another one now, but no one knows. So be ready for all this thing, and be ready to stand to defend your land and your properties. Because these 172 people that were just on our lives today, they don't want are gone forever. No one will ever see those people again. That is why I was telling you, I was even trying to even buy my own self in the name of trying to support you guys or advise you guys. So all this thing now, it won't happen, because Nigerians now are naiwise, and I don't think it can happen to any other side now, because like everybody they talk, even the first guy, you can see it in his eye. Everybody they para, although I don't know whether now online para now they do, because since everybody has just been shouting online, I haven't seen any of their action. Like that first guy that is shouting here, if he can do according to the way he's shouting, I think that thing cannot come to Yoruba land. But if it is only shouts, he's shouting alone without action, I think it is coming there very soon. So just make sure you shout and take action, not to shout alone. That is all I can say. And you being here the first time, you can drop your own say below. Thank you.